Hello guys, this is Kincaid again from server 49. So it's Wednesday today, so I thought about making a video for Spider. The skills that you need to deal enough damage to the Spider to be able to rank to the top 10 in order to get enough justice points to be able to rank for the final prize, the justice points. As you can see here, for today I've been very lucky actually to land the final blow and be able to rank here. Number 1, juicy rewards here. So first I'm gonna speak about the skills that you need for the Spider, and then the method that you need to follow. That is, if you have enough time for each and every round of the Spider, of course. So let's start with the skills. As you can see here, I'm using a very basic water marsh, and I'm using Hippo instead of Attila. And I'm using on Attila lifelink and absolute defense, which is the most important pair of skills that you will be using for Spider, because if you were lucky and these skills procs together, you'll be able to deal massive damage to the Spider. And absolute defense helps you to helps the immortal that is being cubed on to survive for the longest time, extending the fight, letting this immortal deal more damage. As you can see here, the absolute defense blocked a massive amount of damage, which is 27 million damage. And if we take a look here, the Spider dealt 10 million damage to itself through lifelink. And if you were lucky enough, you'll be able to proc these skills over and over again. I have a report here. Let me show you. Here, see, I dealt almost 2%, 2.13% damage on a level 100 Spider. As you can see, I was using these pair of skills on Harold back then. Harold blocked 154 million damage, and if you took a look at the Spider here, it dealt 70 million damage to itself through lifelink. So this was actually the best scenario possible. As you can see here, the fight lasted for 1 minute 30 seconds, which is the fight kept going until time ran out. So I've been very lucky to proc all these skills over and over again, being able to deal this much damage. I actually have seen a lot of guys dealing much more damage than this, so maybe you'll be able to do much more damage than I did. As you can see here, I dealt it's almost same damage here. I've been using the lifelink and absolute defense on Hippo back then. Absolute defense blocked almost 100 million damage, and Spider dealt 58 million damage to itself. So this is actually RNG. It's not guaranteed 100% for each and every fight. The chances are pretty slim. However, I'll tell you how to get this 1250 justice points from each and every attack. If you take a look on Harold here, you'll be able to see I'm using Anger, Combo, and Death Press. Now most of you may be curious as of why I'm using Combo on Harold, but I'll tell you why here. As you can see here, Combo here dealt 2.2 million damage, and this is actually a level 4 combo only. It procs 8 times, 3 times were crit, and if you looked on another report here, you'll be able to see that Combo did 2 million damage. Actually, the skill is one of the best skills that works against single targets, such as bosses. Even if you would like to use it against other bosses, like the bosses that you hunt for stones, I mean crystals, it will do a lot of magnificent work as well. And these are the skills that I'm using for Harold. And actually Harold main skill helps a lot to decrease the boss's physical defense, allowing Hippo and Yoshi to deal much more damage. Same as Hippo's ultimate skill helps him to reduce its energy to maximize the amount of, minimize the amount of damage that the boss is dealing. And for Yoshi, I'm using the Aura Berserk. It helps a lot, dealing additional normal attacks from Harold and Hippo. And Warp Placing, Rage Placing helps to maximize the amount of damage I'm dealing in the first 12 seconds of the battle. For Merlin, I'm using very basic skills: Concentration, Toxin Nova, and Annihilation. I have a very decent artifact on Merlin, so Merlin usually deals a lot of damage to the spider, almost same as Yushi, as you can see here. Now, as you can see here, the lifelink and absolute defense combo almost did nothing this fight. The lifelink almost reflected only 400k damage, so it didn't proc this fight. However, I dealt enough damage to get the maximum amount of justice points that could be get from one fight. So the build does not count 100% on the lifelink absolute defense. It counts a lot more on the other set of skills that I'm using on the other immortals. As you can see here, almost all the attacks that I did to the spider, I've got the full amount of justice points that could be given from one fight. If you scroll down here, you'll be able to, yeah, this is the first round. As you can see, all the rounds I've managed to get the full amount of justice points. So the marsh that I'm using at the moment doesn't entirely count on the lifelink absolute defense strategy. However, I'm just making sure to be able to rank first on the justice points. However, for today, I've been very lucky to land a final blow. So this is why I've managed to rank first today. So this is when it comes to the skills. For the method, you need to rank first on the spider. As you can see, our spider in 49 died 5 times today, and when I compare it to other servers, I figure out that 49 is one of the most competitive servers over spiders. I mean, a spider level 100 that died 5 times in one day, this is actually too much damage that has been dealt by our players. And if we look at the justice ranking here, you'll be able to see, actually I can recognize a lot of names here that is being competing over the spider again and again. See, this guy here, the third, he managed to deal, actually it's this girl, Dishi, she managed to get 46,000 points over 3 rounds. So what Dishi usually does is competing for the top 10 ranking in 3 rounds. So for the first, second, and third rounds, she makes sure that she ranks in the top 10 when it comes to the damage. And if we took a look here for the damage, it will be visible here. Dishi ranked 5th. Second round, Dishi ranked 9th. Third round, Dishi ranked 9th as well, which means that she got additional 21k justice points over any other players who didn't manage to rank in the top 10 in all of the rounds. So and also, if you did the math, you'll be able to tell that all of her attacks were perfect when it comes to the justice points. Same for Pals here, he also competes on the spider ult. I didn't actually manage to rank in top 10 in 3 rounds today. I missed the second round. However, as I told you, I've been very lucky to land a final blow and being able to snatch that first rank. So this is for the method. If you actually have enough time, if you have the free time to be able to compete on 3 rounds. Actually, if you have a stronger marsh, you will be able to compete on 4 rounds, not only 3. That is, of course, if you have enough participants to kill the spider in your server for 4 times in one day. So this is all about the skills that you need to use for the method that you need to be able to rank higher in the justice points, and everything actually I believe you need to know about spider. This is all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And soon a friend of mine actually asked me to make a video for artifacts, so I'll be able to make a video for artifacts very soon about the stats that you need for each and every immortal, which secondary bonus is best for each and every immortal. Basically, everything you need to know about artifacts. So thank you guys, I'll see you soon.